What I find most fascinating about lucid dreaming is that we all have something we value and want to pursue, but we take for granted that we should put it aside the moment we go to bed. And the time we spend asleep corresponds to around 25 years in a lifetime. So I find it thrilling that we can be empowered by learning how to reactivate our ability to choose in the midst of our dreams. This way we can keep on pursuing what we care about with tangible results in a waking state. A lucid dream is a dream in which we are aware to be dreaming as the dream is happening and are able to take voluntary action. This opportunity has been a crucial element in different spiritual traditions throughout the centuries. For example, Tibetan Buddhists dream lucidly to prepare for death, with the idea that once we assimilate that the content of our dreams is not really happening, we can then be able to face the dreamlike states that follow death with that same awareness. Western science has been investigating lucid dreaming for nearly 50 years, but it was only in 2012 that the Max Planck Psychiatric Research Institute in Germany recorded the first brain images that showed how after a person becomes lucid in a dream, the parts of the brain that are typically active in a waking state reactivate within seconds. That's why our brain is not able to distinguish between our lucid dreaming experience and our waking experience. And the extraordinary consequence of this is that just like a plow carves a furrow in the soil, the phenomenon of neuroplasticity allows new neural pathways to be created in support of the new behaviors we deliberately adopt in our lucid dreams. It is a sort of brain reconfiguration that persists in a waking world. For instance, if I decide that during a lucid dream I will befriend something I fear, knowing that I am safe in a dream, being it just a projection of my mind, the moment I succeed, my system will recognize it as a newfound ability. As a result, in my waking life, that fear will be significantly reduced, and I will find it much easier to engage in that newly beaten path. What people decide to do in their lucid dreams depends on their mindset. Some want to have fun, meet celebrities, and enjoy superpowers. We have evidence that training in lucid dreams improves the waking performance by almost 90%, which is something that not only sports people but also artists and professionals and all of us can benefit from. Some use lucid dreaming for psychological integration or to overcome their limiting beliefs and access their full potential. However, it is not about controlling dreams by suppressing any unwanted aspects. Instead, it is an opportunity to recognize those aspects as part of our psyche. And the more we welcome and integrate them, the less they will trigger us in our waking life. Just like children won't need to be naughty to attract our attention the moment we are fully engaged with them. I've been translating for an EMDR trainer for 15 years, and I see many similarities between the two approaches. We know that traumatic memories are like frozen in time in a part of the brain that does not understand language. That is why talk therapy alone, though very important, is not able to bring trauma to a resolution. Both EMDR and lucid dreaming, though, were found to safely provide access to those experiences and start an insightful process that disconnects trauma-related memories from the person's automatic defense mechanisms. Only then those memories are returned to the past, and one can finally watch them from a distance, knowing that the danger is over. That's why Roger Solomon used to say that during the EMDR process, therapists need to stay out of the way. My lucid dreaming teacher, Charlie Morley, was part of a team that conducted a study on a group of chronic PTSD patients at the Institute of Noetic Sciences in San Francisco, and 85% of them no longer met the criteria for PTSD after only 6 days of trauma work with lucid dreaming. In my personal experience, though I'm very skeptical while awake, everything becomes smooth and direct when I get lucid within a dream. I speculated that prejudice might be partly deactivated during sleep, and to my surprise, I could even perform a physical healing which is not even backed by science. I was suffering from chronic pain due to a varicose vein around my bladder, and I followed Dr. David Hamilton's advice. He is a placebo expert and said that lucid dreamers could try and look into their bodies to locate the issues and fix them, and that's what I did. From the day after till now, I haven't experienced that pain anymore. What I've been describing so far is a huge potential we can tap into without struggling to find extra time or spend any money. But how? Some people have their first lucid dream right after hearing about the subject because motivation and enthusiasm are the main ingredients that are needed. Others think they can't dream at all, but science tells us that only after a severe head injury or a stroke we might stop dreaming for a couple of weeks, but then everything gets back to normal. A key point is to start paying attention to one's dream world. If we keep a dream diary beside our bed and jot at least some keywords down on waking up from a dream, we will develop the habit of consciously approaching the unconscious process of dreaming, making it possible to recognize it when it's taking place. And it's worth the effort, because with lucid dreaming, we can unburden from many issues, therefore become better balanced and have a better impact on our environment. This is why, going back to Tibetan Buddhism, lucid dreaming is meant for the benefit of all beings.